Hello, Coach Tina here. It is day 6 of the Rapid Planning Method Planner commitment that I have made. I am doing this for 90 days, but honestly, even at this point, I'm like, this is my life thing. This is what I'm doing. I've already started calculating like $39 a month for the rest of my life. Not that bad of a cost in order to get everything done that I've always dreamt about doing. It's a big list, but I see how it can be encapsulated in this and how I'm not losing ground and I'm adding to it. But it's like fertilizer. It's growing the stuff that matters. The stuff that I need is coming to the top. So let's jump in on day 6. I have some stuff to share. Come into the planner, you're in the calendar. And one thing I wanted to point out is the little light. It's the sun when it's in the dark and it's the moon when it's in the other mode. So I'm in light mode. I like light mode. I also like the dark mode because you can see that, but you can switch it whenever you want. It's just a toggle. So it's daytime. I'm going to celebrate the light mode. You always start out in the calendar. We didn't start it until where the color starts, but it gives me a good look of how I'm doing because there's things that are crossed off. And these things got done, but I had to switch my system. And so I had already done things in Chris's system. And so now I have my own system, but I'm learning a few different things. And so don't worry about the ones that aren't crossed off. I've been doing very well with this. But it's really cool to see the colors, right? Like this weekend, this pink is a lot about health. And I'm seeing, I put a lot of health into my day. So that's good. That's an area that I'm focusing on and wanting to be a part of. The other thing I wanted to point out is where it says today. We can click on that block and it's going to change the view. I want to point out before I do that, that over here it says week. And when you click on that, you go right into the weekly capture area. So I'm going to click on today. And that takes me into the my day, but that isn't what I wanted to show you actually. So we're going to go back, the back arrow, back to the calendar. And I just want to click on the box itself and it stays in calendar view with just the appointments in the condensed view off to the side. So I think this is really important because there's lots of ways to do everything. So you want to find the way that works well for you. And in my case, I like certain views. This is just me in the morning. What can I, work on really quick before I go to work? It's Saturday, so I don't have to worry about that. But I like this view. So try them all, see which one works for you. Remember that when you're in the daily views, the things that I have starred is only 30 minutes, which means I'm not starring enough things. So I'm going to go down and work on that. And then the total time that I have scheduled today is 9 hours and 55 minutes. So it's a full 24-hour day, even if I sleep for a little bit, commute time, all of that in there. I still got some time that I could do some things. And that's the beauty, is that I see that, I know that. Instead of saying I don't have enough time, that's not a very good question, right? It's what am I going to do with the extra time that I'm finding? And it might be that I just watch the Olympics, but I can do that and own it versus feeling that drag of, I don't know where my time's going. Now I know. So I'm pretty excited. And what I was going to say about the stars, in my world, in the coaching that I do, we work off of 3 things a day to get you to where you want to go. So I'm trying to look at my day. And if I don't already have at least 3 musts on there, I'm picking the ones that are the musts. And, I don't always pick, like I'm meeting with my results coach today. That is a must to me, but it's going to happen. It's scheduled. It's at 9:30. I'm not going to miss it. So if I pick that, it's kind of low hanging fruit. What I really want to do is come down here and be like, okay, I have got to put this email sequence into Go High Level or I'm going to lose track, right? And I know I'm going to walk my steps. I always do. So when I look at things, I'm like, okay, today's making the video. I'm already doing it. So that's too easy of a process. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I guess I'm going to focus on getting the haircut with my mom, making it a priority to spend time with her today instead of making it a chore or a task. I'm going to enjoy it. So I hope that whatever you are doing today is enjoyable to you. And that's kind of what this is about. Like, I made a pact to myself last night. I am not going to put anything to do in here that I am not committed to doing because I want to do it. I'm not just going to put a bunch of junk up there just because it's on a piece of paper that says I'm supposed to do it. I'm going to analyze it and say, I don't want to keep pushing things over to the next day because I haven't gotten to it. And a lot of times those things are the things that I really don't want to do. I don't have a connection or a emotional tie to the outcome. And so if I'm not getting myself there, why am I even bothering to go through the process? Unless it's like self-abuse and I want to be mad at myself for not doing the things that I'm supposed to do. Now, just because I don't want to do it doesn't mean it's not going to be on my list. Like, if it's something that I'm uncomfortable with and I want to understand that uncomfortableness is different than I could delegate this, or it's something that is just not there for me. Analyze that. Ask yourself good questions. Okay. And have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow.